Ash, back at it with another one. We back in the Ranger. You know what's up, baby. 10 things I learned as a fresh 22-year-old. Number 1 is year upon year, time goes by faster. Now, I don't know if that's how just time works. I don't know. It's so crazy how year upon year it does go by faster and faster. I mean, this year just started and February is already about to be over. And year upon year just goes by faster. I think our brains just get used to the time and we take it for granted a lot more. Setbacks are inevitable in all areas of life. Physical, mental, a job, health, passion. There's always going to be setbacks for specific reasons. There's going to be setbacks for you to be able to tell others about this setback and have them learn. And there's also going to be setbacks that are testing you to see if you really want this life or you really want this certain thing that you're going for. And also there will be setbacks to show you that this is something that you should not be doing. Now, it's hard. It's obviously going to be hard to tell which one is which. But over time, the more setbacks that life and God throws at you, you'll figure out what is what. Number 3, this is a harsh truth. You can't fully help out your family members and your friends. You can't save them from, their degenerate type lifestyle that they're doing. Or not even degenerate, just their lifestyle that, you used to do and you see the other side. Of just being consumed in social media day in and day out. Just being locked in, plugged in, and never going outside. Never being able to fully meditate and have your brain be clear for just one day. I've always been trying to force things upon my family members and friends, and I realized that I can't change them. They have to fully change themselves. And I think the best way to try to change them is to lead by example. So instead of trying to force them and tell them and show them, you just have to show. You have to lead by example. So that's the path I'm on now. Number 4 is to look at failures in a healthy, positive way. Realize that in life we're all still young. Realize that a failure is something to learn upon so that when we're older, we have that failure to give to others. We have that extra knowledge, wisdom to give to others. And also we know not to do that when we're older, when certain repercussions are a lot bigger than how we are now. I mean, especially if you don't have any kids. Number 5 is to get into a hobby. Get into a hobby, get into something that you are passionate about. And realize once you do find that certain thing, you realize how much more relaxed your brain is. And also when you go back into a job or you go back into stuff that, is more tough or stuff that you don't really like doing as much, it's a lot easier to do because you have that, okay, now after this I can go record a song. Or after this, I just need to get through this and then I can go play basketball. Or after this I can go hiking, running, recording a YouTube video. I can go do something that is somewhat purposeful in your life. So find a hobby, find something that is purposeful, and pursue that even just a little bit per day or per week. If you're busy, just find it a little bit per week, and you'll find that you'll start to make more time for that passion and purpose. And if you fully pursue it, oh goodness, you'll be able to make money off of it. You'll be living your dream life. But it all starts with these slow little micro habits of starting that passion, starting that little hobby. And you'll never know what it will turn into. Number 6 is to balance work, play, studying, reading, sleeping, nature, exercise, is to balance it. And I'm not saying 25, 25, 25, 25. You have to find the right balance for you. Probably say 60% work, 20% play, 20% passion, and pursuing different interests, and just, spending time with myself and realizing a lot more about myself. I think that's a big key thing, which is the next point, is to stop listening to others, even to me on this YouTube video, and listen to yourself. Listen to your own intuition. You have all the answers you need within you. You just have to be conscious enough to realize that you do have all the answers within you, and you have to try and find them within yourself. Meditate, pray, ask God for clarity, ask God for forgiveness, ask God for answers and signs, and just be open-minded enough to realize, if this is right for me, or if this purpose is wrong for me, or if I'm doing this right or wrong, etc., etc. You'll find it. And a little tip, a little hint that helped me somewhat find my purpose, which I say I found my purpose, but I think it's going to be something not completely different, but something different in the future. And it's looking back when I was younger to the things that I used to do. I used to record YouTube videos. I used to love dancing and music. So I'm thinking of a way to try and combine all that into like some type of music where you learn from the music. It's music that talks about self-development. It's music that talks about the hardships in my life and how I overcame them. And it talks about certain hardships that I've heard from others that I can put into a song. And, you could listen to it and actually think about, wait a minute, maybe I'm going through this and maybe this will help, So just look back and you'll find some certain things that might help you. Number 6 or 7, people truly don't care about what you got going on in your life. I started posting these videos and posting stuff, and I was so scared at first to post out into the world. People were going to judge me, and people are going to judge regardless, but that's because they don't have stuff going on in their own life. And people will judge and say this and that, but truly they have their own lives. They have their own lives and they have stuff going on in their life, so they truly don't really care. They're just either mad or jealous that you got some stuff going on and you're actually present enough in life and you're actually willing to put yourself out there and show your flaws. Willing to put yourself out there and, show what you've been working on. And it's tough, but it's great. It's super great, fulfilling, great, amazing dopamine that you get from that instead of cheap dopamine from scrolling on TikTok, whatever people got going on nowadays. Who knows? Number 8, you can learn anything from anyone at any time. Be a sponge. Soak in everything. Soak in from people who are younger than you. Soak in from people who are older than you, people who are the same age, people who have a different job than you, people who have a different ethnicity from you, and soak in that information. Write it down if you have a hard time remembering things, and look back on your journal, look back on your notes, and just reflect and think, have I been doing this? Has this helped me? Maybe I should start trying this, or, I'm not going to do that because this happened to him. And it has saved me a bit more time in life, and I've just realized a lot more things from other people than not actually taking them serious because they might be younger, or I might be too arrogant. Oh no, I know this and that. No, the moment I actually flipped that into learning everything from anyone, I started to become a sponge and really soak that in. And number 8 or 9 is getting out into nature for 10 to 15 minutes a day, either for a walk or just getting out in nature and just sitting there with yourself and just being with your thoughts will help clear your mind and get your mental right. It will help your mental health so much more than you expect. Every day or every other day, every day if you can, every other day if you can't. You could find 10 to 15 minutes a day within your life to go out into nature or just get out in the sun and just relax with no distractions. Let your mind wander. It's tough at first. You're going to have a lot of thoughts, a lot of jumbled up thoughts, but after a while of you just sitting there trying to be present, just following your breath, just looking around, taking in nature, you realize how beautiful life really is and how much distractions is on your phone and in the day-to-day life. And you do start to realize a lot more about yourself and the world. And, you know, it has really saved me and helped me a lot with just focusing and being more present. You know, meditating, of course, is the number one thing that helps me become more present, but getting out in nature has helped me tremendously with that too. Just relax and take life slow. You know, don't force things. The more you try and force things, the farther they go. So just attract your life that you want and, you know, let divine timing do its thing. Let God work. And then number 10 is God works in mysterious ways. God works in the most amazing ways, and you just have to trust his process. You have to trust the stuff that you're going through now, you know, realizing that you're in a season of growing, learning, not earning, and you're in a season of hardship, and you're going to use that hardship to skyrocket your life, to propel your life in ways that you never thought could have. Or if you're in a season of celebrating and learning and earning, you know, that's great. He blessed you with that, but also realize that it's not forever. Sorry, man. I had to make this little video, 10 things that I realized as a 22-year-old, just turned 22 the other day. And, you know, life's amazing. Life is great. There's, of course, hardships that's going on in my life, but, you know, I always think of it as a test from God and a test from life to just keep pushing, keep grinding, keep growing, keep evolving. You know, I love y'all. Hit me up in the comments if you want. Click subscribe, click like. I love y'all. Ash out, baby.